What'd you make this morning?
Apple smoothie. An apple smoothie for 4 people. One for her, one for my sister, one for me, and one for my dad. But he doesn't like it. I make banana, strawberry, or kiwi.
This is all I get.
Well, I didn't have that much left over. And
Okay.
well, you normally don't drink it all, so.
Ugh. What's the weird taste in it? What all do you put in it?
Well, I don't want to give out my secret ingredient. See? No, don't. I'll leave out my secret ingredient. I put in milk, yogurt.
That yogurt was not good.
A type of fruit, some ice, and then my secret ingredient.
What's the secret ingredient?
I'm not gonna tell you guys because I don't want you guys to make it.
Do you like it, Bear?
Bear doesn't want a smoothie. He wouldn't like it that much.
A few of you have wanted garden updates, so this is, as I've told you guys, we switched to the Back to Eden method, and I just got done finishing weeding this garden. It was bad. Supposedly there's less weeds with the Back to Eden method, and we'll get into that a little bit, but this one was overgrown. So this garden was our first garden, and we covered it in like 6 inches of wood chips this fall. And you're supposed to put cardboard down and wood chips, and then that will extinguish the weeds, and the cardboard will break down, and you spread the wood chips apart and plant. So, like we typically do, don't listen. We didn't put cardboard down. We just covered it in about 6 inches of wood chips, and those kind of squished down over time and were 3 inches thick or so. And then this spring, when we went to plant, it was covered in weeds, and it was covered in morning glory, or bindweed as it is called. I've since done the research, but it is a weed that comes up and the roots spread everywhere underground. And any little section of it only takes a 3/4 inch piece of root, and it will sprout a plant, and then it just spreads. I didn't know that. In the spring, we decided, well, we have weeds everywhere, they're hard to pull, we're just going to till in the wood chips, and we did. Mistake number 1, because I don't regret tilling in the wood chips. I do regret tilling in the bindweed, because I think with the tiller, we cut up all those pieces of bindweed roots and stuff, and it just spread everywhere. So the garden has been chaotic with the bindweed, and now we have a big problem. So I've weeded it twice now. The hope I have, though, is the good thing is if it wasn't for the bindweed, we would have very little weeds in this garden. And the little weeds we would have are easy to pull because the wood chips are in the ground. So I think in order to take care of the bindweed, there's kind of a couple different options. From the research I've done, I'm not an expert, but you either dig up, because the bindweed can go down up to 3 feet, I think. So we either dig up all that dirt and put in new dirt, or we hit it with 2,4-D. And I think today I'm going to come out here and we're going to spray it with 2,4-D, and we're going to try to kill those roots out as they are growing. Hopefully that'll work. Hopefully we can get rid of it and salvage this garden. Because when we went ahead and tilled in the wood chips, we weren't sure. We didn't know what that would do to our soil, and we were not expecting much of a crop. But as you can see, our corn is doing pretty good. Maybe looking a little yellow, maybe a little bleak. Our potatoes are doing great. The onions, I don't know if they're doing so hot. It was hard to plant the tiny seeded plants, like the lettuce and the carrots and stuff, but we do have a few lettuce plants coming up that they're kind of overripe. Radishes came up pretty good. Peas are what are they? Sweet snap peas, baby snap peas. I don't know, whatever they are, did really well. I don't know what we planted here. Nothing came up really good. The beans didn't do so good, but the beans never do good. Carrots are finally coming up. So I have a lot of hope for this Back to Eden method, the wood chips. I'm excited about it because I think it'll help a lot with weeding, and it keeps the moisture in. Our garden is moist underneath these wood chips, which is not normal, because usually we would till and we would water, and then the sun would bake it all day every day, and we would just have this hard crust on top, and it was hard to pull the weeds, and it sucked. And it dried out, because out here in Idaho, southern Idaho, the sun shines every day all summer long. It's kind of dim now. It looks cloudy and everything, but that is just all the smoke from all the wildfires going on out here. So yeah, so that is going on with this garden. I have high hopes for it. I don't know what's going to happen. So we tilled the wood chips in this spring, and everybody says that it robs nitrogen. So I don't know that it has had time to break down and rob the nitrogen. That's maybe why the plants are doing so well. And we're fully expecting not have healthy soil for a few years. We knew that going in, and we'll see what happens. We're open to that, but definitely like the moisture that it's holding in. Definitely like the weed control, even though, I mean, it doesn't look like it. It's just the bindweed vines everywhere. This garden out here has not been weeded this year. So as you can see, we still have some grasses creeping in. That's some of that grass that has the roots that crawl underground. It looks really weedy, but it's not. It's not nearly as bad as it looks. I plan on tackling that, the rest of that today. My wife started last night. And but yeah, not nearly. This doesn't have the bindweed problem. So I'm assuming this will be a rather easy garden to weed, and it shouldn't take long, except for maybe this grassy type of weed, whatever that is. The rest of it looks like nice, easy pulls. So we'll see. I think this Back to Eden method already is looking helpful. Anyway, that's a garden update. These are some radishes. Let's see if I can get a shot. Heirloom radishes that we're growing out to get more seeds. These are kind of the purple kind, and I have not found a ball type of radish for some reason. I don't know why. I pulled one yesterday and it was more of a carrot. Looking root, so I don't know what's going on with that. I can't remember what heirloom kind it was. Maybe I'll research it, put it in the title in there. These red radishes, like this one, I can't remember what kind that was either, but those are delicious. They are not as hot as the ones we normally plant, and I kind of like that. I like radishes we are planting and eating. The normal ones are a little spicy. I kind of like it more mild. Thank you for watching. We will see you next time.